Dear brothers and sisters, today is a wonderful day and it's a great, wonderful sunny day. And today I'm privileged actually to share with you one of the greatest things that I've ever heard, which is the greatest news that we've ever had. There is actually a new hymn book that has been introduced now in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And you can see, as we are a church of progress and a church of revelations, now there are other additional hymn books, I think additional hymns that have been added to our, that great old hymn book. But now there is another hymn book that has been introduced. If you go to your LDS Play Store and you check, there is that new hymn book that has actually been introduced. And there was a ceremony that was done during that time, and that ceremony, I'm told it was one of the greatest ceremony because it was done before the media events, and all the medias were invited for the ceremony and for the opening and for the ushering in of this new hymn book. And without further ado, let me just invite you so that you can have a look as how it happened way back in the church headquarters. Please welcome.
Bread of life, living water, feed my soul, fill my heart. Lord, give me new life in thee, and make me whole, complete and holy, bound to thee eternally.
You know, this is a worldwide church, a church 17 million and strong. This is one of the ways to bring all of us together, having the same hymn book, with the same page numbers, with the same songs, with the same hymns.
Touched very deeply. And I knew, I don't know Portuguese, but I knew it was singing about the second coming of the Savior and how joyful that will be. To hear her sing that was very, very moving. Straight to the heart. We expect that more children's songs will be sung in our sacrament meeting, as more and more have been composed in recent years that teach the gospel of Jesus Christ in pure and simple ways.
The First Presidency wrote in the 1985 hymn book that some of the best sermons preached come through the singing of hymns.
In the garden, Jesus suffered every sin and every woe.
I look forward to going to as many sacrament meetings as I can all over the world and seeing and hearing joy. Joyful singing across 50 languages. That is stunning. And to think that people of all nations, kindreds, tongue, and people will be worshiping the Savior on the Sabbath through singing.
It is just a blessing that we sing together to glorify God and to draw us closer to the Savior Jesus Christ.
Yes, my brothers and sisters, as you can see, that is actually the compilation of a new hymn book that has already come, because there are so many other songs that have been composed by different composers, and the First Presidency saw it fit to be able to add those other hymns into our church hymn book. So the hymn book will be of all these different languages, but the page numbers will be the same. So if it is in Portuguese, French, Italian, Spain, English, Dutch, Swahili, that is in case of Swahili, they will all be in different languages, but their pages will still be the same. So that I can sing that song in my own language, even when I'm outside the country, or maybe I'm in another country that is not actually, speaking my language. And I think Kenya is an English-speaking country because we were colonized by the Brits. And that is the language we inherited from the Brits. In our sacrament meetings, we actually conduct our sacrament meetings in English, as opposed to Tanzania, which is a Swahili-speaking country, and they also conduct their sacraments in Swahili. So if they sing hymn number 1 in Swahili, I will, in my own hymn book also, hymn number 1 will be the same hymn, even though the languages will be different, but they will be the same hymn. So that is what the new hymn book is all about, and there are so many other primary songs that are being included into our hymn books. And you can hear there they say that some of these primary songs will be sung in our sacrament meetings. They will be sung in our sacrament meetings because they are actually a spirit-driven songs, and we've had quite a number of talented brothers and sisters who are actually composing these songs as they are being led by the Spirit. So there are quite a number of songs, and I tend to think that in terms of the hymn pages, I think the pages will be more than the olden hymn, because the olden hymn had, I don't know, quite about 300 and something pages. That is 300 and something hymns. So I think with the new hymn book, it will have more than that, because it's an additional of other hymns into the library. So that is what exactly it is, and I am so much glad to know that the church is really, really doing a lot, and in different sector. Music is also another sector that is so huge, so big, and that is another department that is being run by the church. You can imagine. You can imagine. Otherwise, my dear brothers and sisters, if there is anything more that you know, and especially for those that are actually working with the Church Music Center, please, you can drop a comment for more so that we can be able to know and understand more about this new hymn book. Like for me, last Sunday, I saw a few sisters who were trained in one of the hymns and they sang it in our sacrament meeting. It was okay, very wonderful. It was very wonderful. And that is actually captivating, very, very captivating. And please, would like to know more about this hymn book, and please drop a comment how you feel about the new hymn book being introduced and what exactly this new hymn book will contain. Please educate us more so that we may be able actually to understand what exactly is going on. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you, and I'm looking forward to see you again next time. Have a wonderful and a victorious week. Thank you.